Deep once again, my heart is waking. It hurts when you lie all the time. Can't feel anymore. Feels numb when I die. Restart me again and again. Your love, the ghost of me. Been waiting for the light. Won't say goodbye. Won't close my eyes and die. I'm waking, give me life. The ghost of me, of me. The ghost of me. One more time. The ghost of me.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Sunday? Wait a minute, Jedham, it's Monday for you. Congratulations on your first Jedham. To Nebron, hello. It is. I'm pretty sure it is, because you are currently, what, 11 hours ahead of me? You're into Monday. My apologies, my apologies. You stole first from Bubbles. Where is Unreal Engine? There it is. Blech. So I'm trying something new today. Bro, my Sunday just started. Y'all time savers. Fair enough. My drawing, the issue we were working on with yesterday, I don't envy you. I was just like, I was watching that, I'm just like, it looks so painful dealing with the locks. But I think I managed to get the YouTube vertical working. I got it figured out. Oh, nice. When are you streaming next so I can have a look at that? Because that's exciting. I think I got YouTube vertical sorted out. I found a plugin that I can just add directly to OBS instead of having to use the SE OBS, because that added like a lot of stuff. But it looks like the two are working. Working. I got it figured out. Well, I can hear myself, so that's good. All right, I need to do something with the background, but you know what? For now, it's fine-ish. It was not too bad to set up, actually. So let's just do this. Chat is going to be in front of your screen, though. Just FYI. Yeah, that's why I sort of I thought I'd put myself at the top there. And I'm hoping that will work. But we'll see. I'll have to have a look at changing some of the panels and stuff to make them actually work for that one. So I'll have a look into that later. Let's just make myself a bit bigger. There we go. Okay. That should be fine. I'll see how it works. It's more of an experiment to see how it works, and I was somewhat surprised that my computer can handle, because now I'm sending the equivalent of what, 3 different streams. Sukilos, hello, how are you doing? Also, I did start having a look at the mash, like you mentioned, and from what I've seen so far, that actually might be overkill for me. Because like having 100 sort of entities with mass might actually be an absolute overkill system. So I'm going to have to investigate more about it. I'll play around with this more later and see what happens. 2 streams in a weekend. Is the world ending? Yes, yes it is. Why is that up there and why is it visible? Okay, there we go. Get rid of that. Today I wanted to have a look at... Well, basically what I did was I started doing some planning into the new enemy system and the enemy manager. And that's going to require a bit more thinking about how I want to do this. So one thing the enemy manager needs to do is object pooling. And I haven't got around to actually having a deep look into object pooling yet. So we'll have a look at object pooling, and then I'm going to see about having what other parts I want to add. But there was a task for it somewhere. Yeah, I've got a task for it somewhere. But today I thought I want to have a look at the Lyra project, specifically because I want to steal all of their, or borrow, should I say, their settings. Because they've got quite a nice settings menu, and I thought, you know what, that might be something that I can at least get all the boilerplate in for and then add at some point. So we're going to give that a try today. How are you doing today, Zukilos? Are you well? Now, if I have a look, I want to do... Just waking up, fair enough. I need to open Epic Games Launcher. And nope, we want that. Where is Lyra? There we go. I should have an active Lyra project open. Oh, look, it's even current. Now, how current is it? Is it current enough that it doesn't even need to cache the shaders? Okay, apparently it has to do 1,800, so it's up to date enough. Hello, Cold. How are you doing? Where is Lyra project? It is compiling shadow, so it's going to be doing that for a bit. So let's have a look here while we do that. Are you making a game? Yes, I am. I'm making a Tower Defense game in Unreal Engine. What's good? Not much. Doing some tower defense today. Working on a settings menu. Let me show you. If I disable that, press play, we disable that. How many did I set up? P, main menu. That should be easier to see now. If we go start, we have a settings menu which has just got two things. We've got a whole bunch of languages which we're going to add, and what I want to be able to do now is actually save the settings menu, because at the moment how this works is if we go over to the tower defense, looks good, thank you. If I open, I think it's my game instance, we go to this. Here's all my audio settings are saved in the game instance at the moment, and there's no way of actually keeping the state. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make a class that's going to take this and save it to the user's directory, so that when the user changes this, we can then, read that state in again. I thought about initially attaching this to the saved game system, but then I realized that if you play this game on multiple computers for some reason, or let's say you're playing it on a Steam Deck for a better use case. You're playing this on the Steam Deck and you're playing this on your main computer. If you've got this set up where it's part of the save game, every time you change, it will load that save with the settings, which is not something you want to go have copied across multiple, computers basically, which is why we use the game setting, or it's actually called a user settings technically. Where is, so yeah, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to pull this out, but what I want to do, there it is Lyra has a really good example of a settings menu. I think one of the best out of the projects they've given. If we go front end control, that's what we want. We want to go to there. There's sound. So if we go to the options, go. I need some new Unreal Engine. So you see here in their settings, they've actually got quite a nice, actually a much simplified version of this, which I quite like. So find out how this is implemented. Keep replay limit, number of saves. Oh, right, okay. But more specifically, like the audio one, I like this design. This system, how does that work? How does it detect all that? It'd be good to sort of basically get all of that. I know that some of the sounds that I've set up already are already using the particular class that I've already associated their fields, but there's like 3 sounds I think in the game. How does keyboard mouse work? How does this get saved? So we're going to sort of look into that. Gamepad is something I want to support. So yeah, we're going to explore all of that and try and find out how they do this, because I believe this is all done in blueprints. So we'll see. So this is right now. Does it actually say what we have? No, it doesn't. So let's go back here. Usually says there's, okay, so that's all the menu art, fine. So that's the title experience, that's the startup. I know I've pulled the startup apart a few times because I wanted to copy, I like the way their logo sort of moves. It looks quite nice. Replays, user logos, art experience, front end. Let's open that. So we want to go to that, and how is the options menu set up? Where is, so that's just the button, fine. So my guess is they use a button with an on click at the bottom here, which they do. Skittles! Hello, how are you doing? Okay, so that is an on-click, fine. Get owning player. Push content to layer for player, which is layer menu, UI layer thing. Screenshotting noodles. I'm trying to steal the Lyra's settings page because it's laid out quite well, actually. And it's got a lot of the settings that I don't want to have to look up. So it's like, can I just go and, you know, as Boom would say, yoink. I have never seen this node before. Push content to layer for player. Suspend input until complete. Fine. So then when you say that, is it... There's a safe zone. There's a scroll box. Me either. So it's not just me. Okay, well that's good to know. So apparently what it does is the node will complete at a time. That's fine. Target is async push content to layer for player. Is that a thing in here? I feel like I know Unreal Engine, and then I'll look at some of their projects and I'll be like, what is going on here? That's the scroll box build configuration. What is that? Build version. Really? We have a whole thing just for that? I mean, I get what they're doing. It is technically modular, so. What is this thing? Menu. Oh, that's credits. Options. Oh. Manage gameplay tags. Layer. Gameplay tags. Lyra gameplay thing. Fine. Excuse me, sir. What black magic are you performing? What? To Epic Games? Yes, yes, please. Oh, look, there's a thing called settings. There's the settings menu. Don't ask me how I did that, because I'll never be able to find the screen again. So the settings menu is setting name, no editor found. This whole thing is data driven. Menu board. What is a menu board? Oh, just a menu border. Settings warning details. Setting disabled details. Event construct. Okay, register top level, register top level. So gameplay collection, video collection, audio collection, mouse and keyboard collection, and gameplay collection. Fine. Event on activate. So we play an animation. We cast to the settings panel. We get the settings panel. Who is the settings panel? That must be something on here. Settings panel. This one. So we can edit the settings panel. Okay, so that's the settings panel. Fine. Is that for all of them like that? Is the settings screens and the settings panel. So the settings panel is a collection of... So settings screen has the settings panel, and then game settings detail is that thing on the right here. So this is game settings details. This is the list settings. I will reverse engineer this. Interesting that they're doing it this way. The reason I say that is you had that whole options that set of options for changing language, but this isn't taking, this isn't even using that settings, that, what do you call that thing? This isn't actually using that little, it's not making use of localization. That's what I'm looking for. Also, what is show confirmation yes and no? Is this just a thing that's always existed? Things inside other things. Yes. Skittles, have you seen the process of finding the logo in this project? Like how many textures deep you need to go to get it? Or technically material instances. What logo? Oh, hold on, let me show you this. So if I go back to Lyra front end, we go here and we click on this, and here's the logo, right? So there's the logo. Okay, fine. So let's open that. So that takes us to, why can I not see it? There. That takes us to this. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, material instance UI logo. Fine. So what does that consist of? Oh, here's the parent. Let's open the parent. You know, why not? And it's like, oh, look. It's like, okay, we found it. And this is just a massive collection of doing a whole bunch of different things to create that. And I was like, what? I expected, like, you know, add a PNG, do some things. Nope. There's got a time node to make it do stuff. We've got lerps to do things. We've even got a material function in here. Let it glow, soft glow. That's a distance field. That's why it's funky. Ah, okay, fair enough. It's animated. Yeah, that's like looking at this in the Unreal Engine, I'm just like, what? It is animated. It looks really cool because you'll see that it, like, there's the background thing that's scrolling across. Hello, boom. Pretty cool. I might have to yoink and look how it works. It's definitely worth going over. YouTube chat service. Okay, then. Uh-huh. Is that the only animated bit? I think so, yes. The guy got me on YouTube Shorts too. Lol. Other questions that you had coming through yesterday were so funny. I can see when you just lost hope and you were just like, nah, I'm gonna have some fun with this now. That's not too complex then. Because it looks like you've got a set of triangles and they're fading in and fading out, and it's just a grid of triangles that's moving positive y, negative x. No, negative y, positive x, something like that, whatever you want to call it. Pretty simple. Classic Skittles looks at this, goes, pretty simple stuff. Do this in my sleep. Positive both. It's quite simple, really. Plus y is down and real. Of course it is. Boom doesn't even come and say hello anymore. Boom just comes in and goes, yoink. I suppose that's Boom's way of saying hello now. No hello, how are you? Just yoink. On to the next one to yoink. Subtitles live here. Gotta pay the boom toll. True, true. Oh, I discovered something that I didn't know this week. You know, at the start, when a game starts up, you can display the Unreal Engine logo. You actually have to ask Epic for permission to do that. I didn't know that. And I got distracted as to what I was actually trying to look at. All right, I was still trying to find that one settings menu. How dare you use our logo? Which actually makes me wonder, I probably need to ask them for permission for using it in a thumbnail for a YouTube video. Menu, no. Okay, settings. What else do we have in settings? We have editor, media. No, not helpful. Editors. Ooh, each one of these is a little button. I like that. That makes this yoinking process much easier. Rotor button settings. I want to move that. Can I move it? Can move it. Okay, so how is it? And wait, this makes no sense. Oh, it's the 3 states, but what is it? Ah, it is a text field, a spacer, and options scale size box. I'll pretend I've used one of those before. And option pips. This is just... What is this? Oh, active, default, inactive. Right, fine. So how are you controlled? Or are you controlled from here? So greater than 7, it comes into here. Wait, a select, into a select, into a select. I thought I understood stuff in the UI. I do now know that I know nothing about the UI. True or false does that. Into a select, into a select. So this would be... the result gets put into here. Then... I'm guessing it is, if this is true, it uses that one, or that. This is like a lot of ors. So if it's true, we use that, based on that. Oh, wait, it's more than that. There's so many police today. Okay, fine. Now I have the question, Epic. I will find out all your secrets. There's menu, there's settings. I want settings. Colorblind. That is pretty cool. What is the enum for? So everything is a collection of these. Fine. Then we have screens. Press any key. Key already bound. Gamma. Oh, okay, you just want to do the gamma test. Safe zone.
All access when I walk in the club. All access when I walk in the club.
What else do we have? So we got the title screen, fine. What is in front end? Credits. It's just a scrolling box. Then we've got dialogues, which is confirm, default, confirm, dialogue. Wait, is that a thing that is used? One of these had it, didn't they? K2D sound. Design graph. No, we don't want that. Which one of you had it? That just registers the menu. There was a confirmation note that you had somewhere that I wanted to just yoink. Show yes, no confirmation. Is that an actual pre-done one? Tower defense debug. There we go. Stop. Where would I use that? I would use that inside of... Let's close it to the right. Because I'm thinking that would be one that I would use if it is an actual one, which I'm going to check now. If I double click on it, what does it say? Main menu, content, maps, UI, globals. I would want it on the load game, specifically this one. How am I doing the logic for this? So I've got the button on click, the hover on click, well, the hover isn't on click, but so that's button called. So I need to add a... Let's modify this quickly. Events. Oh, I do have that. Where is this? Oh, there's the event dispatcher. I want to rename that. What is this called? Are you sure, Sila? No, I am not sure. Thank you for that, Skittles. Now I'm unsure again. I'm at the starting, you know, honestly, well, at this point, Skittles, it might just be better to start the whole project again. Just because of that one thing. That's the third police car that's driven past in like 30 minutes. Oh no. This would be, what is this thing called? Entire row button clicked. Let's add another one. View, no, delete button clicked. So let's go call that, and then we can just, honestly, sometimes I wonder, there might be something wrong in London because it's insane. Another one. Do you have a menu, a logo menu theme for your game? Yeah, I kind of do. So if I go like this, I go like this, I go like, actually, the correct way of doing the Skittles is to go like this. If I go standalone game, save, it'll launch. It didn't do what I thought it was going to do, to be completely honest with you, Skittles. But let's go like this. I'll go main menu. Ta-da! So that's the main menu, and then I've got the logo supposed to be over here, but it's not showing. I'll fix that. But that's kind of the menu theme. I mean, if you want a more menu theme, we've got that. Then we've got that. I'm going to pre-build this. And then quit to desktop. Okay, so I can just put that back to the selected viewport because that did not do what I wanted to do anyway. Go main menu. No idea what you're going to put in the background and stuff. Not yet. I'm not sure if it's just going to be sort of a dark colored background. At the moment, it's just going to be a dark colored background. That's basically it. Widgets. Possibly something just like this, which is just a gradient. You see, this is supposed to be visible. Visible. That might be why. That might be my bad. Start. Actually, don't want to start main menu. Start. That still didn't work. Unreal Engine, don't make me. Don't make me. Oh, because I did. I didn't actually edit the right thing. Visible. Visible. Stop. Yeah, it's fine, don't worry. That's just a normal crash. Because we had this sort of, you know, bam in your face as the splash screen, and then when you press start, we get that up there. I'm kind of a fan of those dark blues. But if you have a suggestion, let me know. What did I break? Bind to event, entire row clicked. Don't understand why you're unhappy. So I guess like sci-fi theme is heavy, yes. What was the select? button clicked. Load row clicked. Are you happy now, or are you still unhappy? Or do you want me to go bind events, bind event to entire row clicked? Is this what you want in real? Would you rather I recreate it like that? I'm never happy. What the hell, Skittles? How am I supposed to make you happy if you're never happy? It's just an impossible task. Always needs to be better. I have no idea if that works. It doesn't crash anymore, and considering that I changed nothing, literally nothing, I just rebuilt it. But Unreal does some weird things sometimes. Oh, my tea's finished. Okay, so we do that, then I need to go actually back to the menu that was giving us a problem. And let's go with bind event to delete button clicked. Add a custom event. Custom event. I don't want that one. I want the other one. I can never remember which one it is. Create event. That's the one I want. That's like my favorite one. I'd say that one would also make Skittles happy too, but it just, I feel like it just doesn't. Skittles is just not happy with that one. Create a matching event. On delete button clicked. Imagine actually loading the save. Nani? Me going, I have no idea if anything has happened. Nothing. Looks at the code. Oh, nothing actually happens. Show con shows a confirmation dialog to start all assets pack downloads. That's not what I want. On yes, no. Where is this thing? Where does it exist? You making a game? I am. I'm making a tower defense game in Unreal Engine. And I've just found a really cool node that I could use, but it apparently doesn't exist in my project. Show confirmation yes, no, Unreal Engine. It's from 2015. Made this recently. I did it all in Blueprint references. What is latent? Oh. I want to find this. I want to find where it comes from. It's just in the event graph. Yeah, I know it's there, but like, who is this? And can I just yoink you? Actually, does this just work? I have many questions, so I couldn't Oh, it's an async task, missing function. Okay. Today, everyone, thank you for the stretch. The hydrate. That's not how I hydrate. And the beat shrimp. Non-shrimpify. Okay, so it's an async function. Fine. Async show confirmation. A show confirmation. Async action show confirmation. Is this a plugin? Show. No. Con. For. Editor system. It should not be this hard to find out where Unreal Engine put this. On result. I have a question. Does the internet know about this? To create a yes/no confirmation plugin. Oh, to create a yes/no confirmation in a dialogue in a Lyra project, use the common UI subsystem and the game dialogue and common game plugin to display the confirmation message. Common UI. There's just a plugin that does all of this for me. I'm so mad. Aren't we so mad? Common UI. There's actually a common UI plugin from Epic Games. I'm installing that immediately to find out what's inside of it. Common UI. It's in beta. Don't worry about it. My whole game is in like pre-beta. It's basically an alpha at this point. It's actually pre-alpha. Do I want to restart? Honestly, no, but I don't have a choice, so we're just going to restart. Come on, Unreal, you can do it. Someone yesterday was saying, talking in my drawing stream, they were talking about having like JavaScript stuff loads in like 2 seconds. We got onto the topic about what we do to have Unreal Engine do that. Also, on my somewhat distracted journey yesterday while doing stuff in Unreal Engine, I was looking at the credits, and what's interesting about the credits in Unreal Engine is I was able to find a bunch of the people that I know. Well, not personally. So, for example, I looked through the credits, and obviously Tim Sweeney's name's there, and some of the other developers that I have followed for some time, I found their names as well. I was like, cool. That we can ignore. This, I think we're over here. So let's go with con yes, no. Nope. Still doesn't know. So what does common UI give me? Can I just scroll to like common CO, common UI. What's in here? Find the first parent widget of a given type and return it. Or null if no parent can be found. Is that really the only thing? Not sure what you want me to do with that information. Let's go back to the Lyra project, because this is coming from somewhere. What plugins are enabled? What was the other plugin that not ChatGPT said I must install? Game dialogue. Game. Support for playing subtitles attached immediately. Not really. What UI things enabled? Async sync min-mix C++ utility class for managing asynchronous operations like loading. Game settings for defining game-specific settings and exposing them to the UI. Could be a good one to have. A subsystem that allows extending UI elements in a modular way. What is that? UI extension. Plugin. Real Engine. Still don't know what this is. Oh, yeah. So Common UI is a toolbox for creating rich, multi-layered user interfaces with cross-platform support, such as those in Fortnite. A new library of Common UI widgets to provide common used game functionality. Fine. Input routing. Oh, we're back. So I forgot the UK was doing their test today of emergency alerts. Wait, did that come through to my watch as well? Oh, it did! I'll be right back. Have returned. So the UK's emergency system works. Fine. Good to know. I get a feeling I need this. Let's just Google it quickly. Unreal Engine game settings plugin. What does it do? Add your own game setting options using the Lyra framework. No, not that. This one. Game settings plugin is uses a simplified approach of processing user interface and its underlying data. Right, so that's how they're doing theirs. Fine. We noticed after looking at several source code examples, we do not use checks such as the platform. Wait, I forgot that the Lyra project probably has a whole bunch of... where is it? File. Just yoink that. Let's close that. So that's the confirmation dialog. So what I want to know is, where is that used? So there's the reference viewer. So that's that. So it's used in... Oh, it's used in 2 of the other classes. So this one is using... Yeah, but where is the error one used then? Find references. No, not copy references. I want to find them. There's no one using this? Default HUD layout, shooter HUD layout. Default HUD. Subtitles live here. Yeah, we know about that already. Don't put code in this blueprint. It's for layout only. So I'm guessing it exists and we just attach stuff to it. Subtitle canvas. Oh, so they have a global canvas that they use and they just add everything to that global canvas. Fascinating. What is this stats container? Oh, they've set up a whole custom FPS system. So much to learn. It's insane. Like, there's so much information in this project. And I'm just looking at, like, the settings menu. So it looks like, Skittles, that for the settings, they're using the game settings plugin. Which, I mean, it's kind of... This is basically how you do it anyway. So what I'm trying to do now is see where they're setting all this up. Because we need to go from UI to write that to code somewhere. I suspect there's a whole code block with this. Can we open writer from here? View, debug, blueprint, tools. Oh, there we go. There we go. New window. So there's the Lyra project. Right, it takes so long to load stuff, but when it does load it, it's like fantastic. I'm real strangely slow with some stuff. Do you have an example? Not that I don't agree with you. It's just there's definitely lots. Okay, so here's the project. Oh, something I saw yesterday in the 1.6 changes. I think they removed the EOS from it. like just want to add a pin to this node. Oh, that will take a whole second or two. Oh, right, yes. Fair. Source Lyra game. For a project that's, I thought was like a lot of blueprints, has a lot of C++. I mean, they were working on this project as a possible thing. Good luck if you want to add 10 pins. There's a subsystem. So UI manager. What does this do? Initialize, deinitialize, sync root layout visibility. Force it to add a loop at this point. Yes, yes, it is. Performance stats. So this was that performance thing that we looked at earlier. Hidden, text only, graphics thing. Okay, that just shows the different states for that one. I want to know is where's the settings. Handle cancel action. Handle. Okay. What's interesting about this? So Lyra game settings registry. So that's an object. What does this derive from? Game settings registry. Which is a U object. Okay, so what is the difference then between game settings registry and U game settings? So apparently it's a more advanced and modern settings framework that's part of Unreal's newer game setting system. Okay. Here's how the three compare. So we've got... Okay, so the game setting registry is much more advanced, but apparently it's the new way. Oh, it builds the UI for you. On initialize, you would say, oh, so that's okay. That's exactly matches what I saw on the documentation for this. Set dev names. That's not what I thought it meant. Okay. Storm, hello. How are you doing? I bought Civ 7 last night, $75 for the base game. What? Gaming is super expensive now. Yeah, it is. That's really expensive. Front end. Bar, common UI. Aha, here's that common thing. So setup dialog. Kill dialog. On native initialize. Oh, this is the controller disconnect screen that we were looking at earlier. The ads actually finished. Oh, they did. Okay. They wrote tests for this. Oh, is this the actual settings thing? Video settings, audio settings, game settings, mouse and keyboard settings, gamepad settings. So that's what we saw earlier. And this is from, we cast to the local players. Common local player. Why do we do that? Oh, because we need specific settings on them. Okay, fine. Whatever. Might be able to not do that. So we initialize video settings by taking the local player. What does that do? Oh, this whole thing works off of a local player, right? So this is set up for multiplayer then. Audio. What is audio set up as? It's just a UObject pointer, a collection of things. What you working on? I'm looking at implementing the settings page for my game. And so what I thought I'd use as a base was the Lyra project, because I find their settings page is laid out quite well. And I'm currently sort of digging through, seeing how they've set up all their settings for, you know, video, audio, gameplay, and all that kind of stuff. And I finally found the C++ code that seems to handle some of that. Did you know Unreal Engine has an integer vector struct built in? No, I didn't. What is that used for? Would that be for colors? Well, for me, I use it for geometry scripting. Ah. I'm looking at my own controller buttons for each console. Well, I sent some pics on Discord if you want to see them. You can tell me what I've done. Ooh, those look very nice. Those are very clean. How did you make these? That's looking really cool. Nicely done. If you want to have a box with 3 XY resolution, instead of having 3 ints, I can have an int back. I didn't know that. That's actually quite a smart way of doing it. And then this is just a collection of... Okay, so that's just that, fine. So we register all of these. Then we initialize the audio settings. Audio collection. Oh, here's where we do the volume. So then, if I go, lol, I made one, then found Unreal's one right after. But now you know how now you have a better understanding of how it works. Game settings, collection name, gameplay, language. Fine. Is a 4x4 matrix struct 2 which actually connects to equals check? Whoa. That is pretty neat. Aren't we all learning lots about Unreal Engine today? So, okay, so that's how we set the... Oh, that's a Boolean. That's a number. Okay. I feel like once you looked at this for more than a couple minutes, it looks less intimidating and your brain kind of removes the useless information, like the information you don't really care about. So for example, game settings, value description, dynamic bool. This is just its specific bool. Fine. And it's a bit more complicated than a bool, to be fair, because what it's actually doing inside of it is... You see, it has a Boolean, but it also has to have the two states for the Boolean, so the true-false state. And then when you do shipping, it says set true text from f text. What? Oh, wait a minute. So does this automatically find from generate an f text representation in passing string? So it takes the string representation that you give it because it's an f string, and then actually sets that. Oh, don't change that. And actually sets that to be a f text, which is the one that can be converted. Usually structs don't connect to math. W. Yeah, because I keep my fingers lightly above ASWD, and it takes like very little pressure on the key to press it. I often just have like W's all over the place. I opened a project the other day and it wouldn't compile, and the reason it wouldn't compile is because it had this just on one of the random lines. Some of the 4x4 matrix structs it does. I guess you must need to program how things are converted, but I assume it's in the C++ case. Right. I think the way this is done... Oh, you can do locale text. I'm guessing you give it the descriptor. The problem, I mean, I suppose it's not a problem. The issue with this type of way is you can't select it from the drop-down, which means you could potentially have mistakes in this. Something that I thought was going to be like, you know, 2 hours worth of work has turned out to be a lot more. Because so this is the one part, right? I'm guessing there's two parts to this. This part is just, what would you call it? This part just consists of what the settings are, but I wonder where it actually goes and applies said settings. Aren't we missing something? I actually thought I was looking at video settings. This one is set up differently. So this one we also go initialize video settings frame rates. Hydrate already. I feel like I just hydrated to Nebron. Do I have any water left? A little bit. Thank you very much for the hydrate and the posture and the stretch. Now let me stop shrimping. I'm no longer a shrimp. You're welcome. Actually, no, thank you. You have de-shrimpified me. So let's have a look at initialize video settings first, because this is one that I'm quite keen to know what they're doing with. So display name, so that's just the initializer for this struct. Then inside of it, we go and we add some stuff. So we go, we create a settings, and then we've got a screen, add settings, display, and then we add this settings to that, and we do these in blocks so that we can redefine this multiple times, which makes sense. So add enum option, so full screen window thing, fair. I'm gonna have to see how I can rebuild this. Add editor conditions. Kill if missing. Well, this is how I'm using it. Are you proud of how curse lucky this is? Why is it when I zoom in, it doesn't zoom in? Yes, get it. Get location at spline point. Get tangent. God damn it, Skittle. Oh, this is great. This is great. Yeah, make a matrix out of that, fine. I mean, I can't complain too much because your nodes are relatively clean, so I'm okay with that. I do like this, though, Skittles. I like this. This is good. Gotta go wake up people for church, lol. Have a great day. You too. Thank you for stopping by, Storm. Good luck with your project. Let me know how it goes. Matrix was the easiest way to track many things for changing one variable. Actually, yes. That's a very good point. Like, it is technically, it's very hacky, but it's pretty good. That's a very smart idea. Well done, Skittles. I like that a lot. Then I'm using that to only update dynamic meshes for segments that get updated. Yes, that is good. That is a very good way of doing it. You've given me an idea, Skittles, and I'm quite happy with this idea. Because I was looking at different ways of doing sort of collision checking for my game, and I'm wondering if I should actually end up splitting up my map into grids, put the whole thing into a matrix, and assign each tower a set that it can look at. I'm not happy about this. It might not be optimal. I might just test it and just see how slow it actually is and then throw it out. But yeah. So I can make massive splines and not lag when tweaking. Nice. Because matrix multiplication or matrix manipulation is extremely easy to do on like GPU stuff, isn't it? Since they're, you know, built to do that. Well, I'm not using it for anything other than tracking actual points. Okay. Because it's fully procedural mesh. I actually need to finish that other course that I was doing. It's heavy to generate when the spline gets longer than 1 kilometer. Could you show an image of that at some point, Skittles? Because I know you mentioned that you're doing this whole thing where you're dealing with the spline with that was over 1 kilometer length. That was the was that the like island thing? Because I love how I was complaining with like my distance from my spline. So to give you an idea, because I've looked at this so many times now, where is it? This spline over here, its entire length is about 19,000 Unreal Engine units. So what is that? Is that 1.9 Ks? Because 19,000 and Unreal uses centimeters. Is spline units in centimeters? I think it's in centimeters. Is that really 1.9 kilometers? 190 meters. That makes much more sense. Thank you, Skittles. So there we go. There's the different levels for you. My spline, 190 meters. Your spline, 1,000 meters. They're basically the same, right? I mean, easy. Skittles is now on his way to throw a hammer at me through the window. How dare you? It's kind of usable at 1 kilometer, but how high res I can make the path mesh. Fair, okay. I don't know if you saw yesterday, Skittles, but for some reason, this area just got deleted. So like I made them all walk yesterday, and then and I don't know why, because I don't remember doing anything directly to this map, but yeah, they just got the ground got deleted. And we got the AI to follow the path using the spline thing, but these are like the super light AI, as in it's an actor with a skeletal mesh playing a single animation at the moment, and that's it. And they don't change their direction to face the correct place, but they look very funny, just, you know, moonwalking around. And this managed to get, I think it was 100 yesterday. We had 100 units walking across the screen. Like, how many total spline mesh components? Could you print that? I'm curious. Total mesh spline components. I'll pretend I know how to print that. Give me a second. What are they called? Enemy manager. Enemy manager. Component. Is it? You mean segments? Number of spline segments, is that what you want? Well, depending on how you're putting the mesh on it. So, I can go underneath and show you. Beep. Why can I see nothing? Oh, there we go. So this is where it starts. I mean, technically, so there'll be a segment here. There should be a segment here. Hold on, let me select it. Aren't you hiding that in a blueprint? What? Aren't you doing that in a blueprint? The construction of it, yes, but the construction I have to pre-construct before play. So construction is done before play. Then when we play, it just fetches that already constructed one. Because there was no point, since it's static, there's no point in doing it at runtime. But like segments will be a factor of 16. I'm gonna go with maybe 32 segments. I think it's more than that, actually. It's 30 segments. I need to fix their direction, which I haven't done yet. So what are you using for the arrow, I guess? The arrow? The arrow is constructed using a decal. So what's probably not great is each arrow is a single decal. And I basically loop through and then I go, is the next direction changing or something? And if it does, then I worked out how many I needed to place here until I move to the next segment. You know what, Skittles? Using segments would have been a much smarter idea than the way I'm currently doing this. That never occurred to me that I could have just broken this whole thing up into segments and gone, is the path between these two segments straight? Like, is the direction a 90 degree from the other, or is it straight, or is it turning? Which is the directional vector. Does the X and Y change, or does just one of them change? That's what I was trying to say in way too many words. Okay, I was thinking that was a mesh on the path of the shader. No. Not too bad. The decals seem fine. They just seem a little buggy in the sense you can place them in the world and then not get a reference to them again. They now live there until the end of time. Other than that, they're fine. I might change the decals. What might be ideal, and I don't know how doable this is, but what I was thinking of doing is having a texture that I place that has an arrow with a time variable. So technically what would happen, and you could tell me this is even possible, is if we look at it like this, they would actually be broken up into sections. So this would be, maybe don't use green on green, let's go pink. Like a texture like that, but they're stacked. So this one would come off to the end here and then sort of break off. But at that point, it would start coming out the other side again. But then that might not work for, actually no, it should work for, because these ones would actually need to curve. I haven't messed with decals, but I would be hoping they're instanced. As you zoom in, you mean? No, basically what I would like to have is the... You're right, it's hard around corners, right. What I wanted to have was some kind of indicator that showed the direction a bit more than here's an arrow on the ground. And possibly the way that I would have, it would be twofold. If you select an enemy, you'd be able to see the path that that enemy was taking. Like animated, yes, exactly. But in a way that doesn't look shit. It's not something I'm going to do now. This is at a much later time. It's just something I've been, you know, one of those things that's just in the back of your head. That's not too hard. Okay, well, that's good to know. Because eventually what will happen is I will have a system where I can have path A and then path B, and those go to some location. Then they both merge, go along this route. Then path A deviates back going this way, and path B goes that way. Something like that. With the material parameter collection. Okay. I mean, that seems fine. But basically, after I finish with my enemy system at the moment, I'm going to redesign it so that I can have path A. That's not color of A, Control Z. Anyway, so I can have path A, path B, and then a common path between two. Whatever. You know what? This is now path C because I can't draw an A. And then this is really badly named, so this will be common. Ugh. Whatever. C-O-M. That's not an M. Which enemy is selected just writes the position. Random branch. So they won't be random, they'll be predetermined. So for example, in a particular wave, we will have a wave where the first, let's say wave 1, right? Wave 1, they all come through path A. Wave 2, they all come through path C. Wave 3, they start on path A, half will come through there, and then at a point later on, a whole bunch will start coming from path C. Because what I'm wanting to do is so that the player doesn't go, let me just build everything here and absolutely destroy everything. I kind of want them to go, okay, you get much more value point building here, but actually what might be a good idea is to build here and here because you can target both lanes at the same time. I would do that, then scream at you. I think the reason I'm implementing it is because I've had that happen. My anxiety screwed me. If it helps, if you just look at the main menu, I put a thing in the main menu for this. You just go to the main menu, you press play, you go thing, you click the things, you go select level, and you see right there, single lane, multi-lane. It's already there. It's like it hints, it tells you. And I know that no one's going to read that because I would never read that myself. Because when I click play and I've immediately forgotten everything about that screen. You could interrogate me, I would never know a single thing on that previous screen that I looked at. It's not because I have the memory of a goldfish, it's because it's like, let's go, play time, let's go. And I forgot everything. But there will be a way, there is literally a way already that says, this is a single lane, which means, you know, just one lane. This is a multi-lane. This means there's going to be more than one lane. I'm going to introduce a map just for you, Skittles, like the last map. It's going to be 2 lanes the whole time. And then on the last wave, there's going to be a 3rd wave. I'll do that just for you. And Skittles is like, yeah, I'm never buying this game. How about that? You can't screw me if I never play it, boy. I will cry. I feel like there needs to be a better way of actually telling the player that, okay, look, here's where they're starting. That is probably going to start at some point. So just so you know, there's another path probably coming from that direction. I even have designs already for this. Like I have another one where the paths don't connect. So it goes like this. and then it goes like this, but this is a bridge. Did you play old Warcraft 3 tower defense games like Gem TD or Elemental TD? Yes, I did. Those ones are cool, but those were like spiral ones where you build round like that. Something like that. Because you wanted them to come in and then go out again. So like they would have to, there was like a thing that they had to hit here that they wanted it to get to, and so they would have to come all the way in and come all the way out just to hit that like part in the middle. So yeah, that will be the how we implement like a dual path system, should I say. If we have a look at, where is the game gone? Unreal Engine, it will specify that, you know, we have multiple lanes, because otherwise it would just be mean, wouldn't it? Yeah, that is, there's an episode turning more into just the test map where I test everything, and it's very good because it's, I actually think what I'm going to do for this map is I'm actually going to double it in size just for testing, because at the moment it takes the length of the play for the AIs to get to the end. Also, I love that if I increase the speed, there's a bug where they spawn too close to each other. Oh, I only spawned, oh, I changed it to spawn 10. Jill Game Dev, hi! Tower Defense, yes, it's a Tower Defense game. Don't mind them moonwalking. We're looking at a way of optimizing their pathing so that we can have 100 on screen at a time without Unreal Engine going. Please make it stop. How are you doing today? Are you also making a Tower Defense game? Also, we don't currently check for have they got to the end of the spline, so technically it just restarts. And then they do this weird thing where they vanish for a second into the side of my wall because they're completing the same spline again. So it looks terrifying. Like they're tunneling through the walls. They're coming for me. They moonwalk backwards off the end like that. Tried, but good. No, prototyping an action RPG. Nice! That's super exciting. How's that going? Do you stream it as well? Non-nanite, what? Okay, I guess that I didn't need to know that. Oh, Skittles. I found I apparently can't speak. Where they're going now, they will continue this route, and what happens is because there's an uptick here, they just start increasing their height, and they eventually go to the point where they'll just go to space. That's just what they'll do. But Skittles, following that discussion earlier about the multi-lane thing that we had, what I could do is actually display here that the lane is changing. So have some good UI at the top here for what's coming in the wave. Because I want people to be able to kind of see what's coming in the wave. I always enjoyed that feature. Slow, moved from Unity to Unreal in June. Oh, pretty recently. So I'm struggling with the simple tasks sometimes. Yeah, streaming that too. But I'm not in a hurry. Fair enough. Well, there's lots of great devs in the community that if you have questions, I'm sure they're able to answer. Are you on any of the Discords? There's like, the reason I asked any of the Discords because there's There's a few. Let me give you a follow so I can see the new stream. Hey, you're using mix ammo. Nice. Maybe more panicked sounds. Not a bad option. Not a bad option at all, Skittles. Oh, you mean music? We could do that as well. Every time the next, if we start sort of a double wave, we just make the music start playing like really dramatic music, and then the player's like, why is this music so dramatic? Well, what is happening right now? Like, what do I do? And then all of a sudden, bam! Second wave opens up. I'm in Jedin's Discord regarding Unreal Twitch streamers and many of the other Unreal related non-streamer Discords. Nice. Those are quite good. I find that the smaller communities can be more engaging in the sense that they actually help. But some of the bigger communities, you can get a wider range of help, but you don't always get your question answered. So, for example, I'm in the Unreal Engine one, I don't know if you call it the big one, the official one, or the non-official one. I think it's somewhat official, and you'll see that a lot of things don't get answered. There's a Lyra specific Discord. I'm working on a starter game, and I currently have a blueprint function in my character thing which handles... okay, I see what they're trying to do. This one's quite good, but answered questions is a bit hit and miss. What does this say? Oh, he's gilded. Verified. So what I was trying to do today was... Well, what I'm actually trying to do is implement the save settings menu in my game, because I have it, and then I was looking at the Lyra project to see a better way of doing it, or maybe not a better way, just a newer way of doing it. So I've been trying to like decrypt that today, which has been, boy, has it been a process. Because looking at how here's the settings menu. It's like, okay, game settings, registry for visuals. Visual, scalar, action, collection. What? Boss names. Extensions for names. Okay, so it's the most confusing thing ever. So, oh, data table save actions. What does this do? You can't put something like that in here, Unreal. Why? Why would you do that? Common input action database. That must just get merged in. It was me, I did that. Skittles, why? Why would you do that? So apply does that and then cancel does that. Look at the Skittles. Is this this must be auto-generated for you, right? Because this is just a collection of every single setting, just in, you know, binary format. Well, not binary format, in like text format. It's a JSON string. That's basically it. Oh look, we've got the warning styles as well. Disgusting, I know, just the worst. So from what I've been able to figure out, we've got this, which is a collection of like individual parts. Then we've got, let's call that fluff because we don't need it right now. That, whatever. And then we've got the screens. That's the safe zone. That's just an additional one. So we've got the settings panel, and it looks like what happens is everything gets, we take this, we add a whole bunch of stuff to it, I think. And, well, actually, it gets constructed off of the other part. Because if you press play, it must be wrapping, something like that. Okay, so I've got options. You see, if we go back to this, we've got this menu, but we saw that this was encapsulated in something else. So this is just here. So we've got a field, which is, for example, language. And if we go to the code, and this is for gameplay. So if we go to the app registry and we find gameplay, no, I will search there, gameplay. That's just an absolute lie. Display collection, video collection, game settings collection, display collection. Is that it? Windowed mode. Oh no, I'm in the wrong file. Okay, that's my bad. Here we go, gameplay. So this is the gameplay one. So now if I go, just migrate your game to the Lyra project. I mean, it might add a bit of bloat to the project, but not the worst idea. Because what's interesting is like, okay, so we've got this, right? Here's the initialized game object for this one over here. So we're expecting to see a language section and a replay section. And if we have a look, there's the replay section, fine. There's the language section, great. So we set this for the settings. We're saying what it is, we add it to that. And then we create a Lyra settings value descriptor language. If I open that as an object, what do we have in here? Available culture names, which is just an array. So we've got on apply, we do something. I'm guessing we have to override a bunch of stuff. Yes. So I'm guessing what we do is we take this, we derive a class from it, and then we override what we need. There should be an apply. I'm guessing the apply is inside of here. Game settings. Apply. There's the apply. There's the virtual apply that I was looking for. That's the one that we override. Don't drag that. So, don't you love inheritance? Whoops. You didn't see that. Isn't this Skittles? This is the greatest commit message or comment message I've ever seen. Store initial. What? Like, they were just like, huh? Huh? What do you want me to do with this? What I'd like to know is, where is this populated? because we've got the on apply that the language will change and all that kind of stuff. Fine. We've got the available cultures names, but where do we define that? So if I go system default, hello Braxton. I'm a bit confused as to why when I did that search it looked like my entire keyboard turned off because the lights turned on and off. How did the rest of your stream go? Did you finish that picture? I didn't check on Blue Sky today. I think the trick is to find it, Sada. You what? You what? Your camera got frame. It must have been my not CPU. The USB controller had a freak out. It's good. I'll be continuing to render today. Did you put any progress posts on Blue Sky? I need to go and get some water because Tenebron has decided that. Oi! Drink. Okay, fine. I will be right back while I get some water. It's just in my Discord. Oh, I'll have a look now. I have returned. Skittles just causing chaos. Yes, let's just blame Skittles. Welcome back. It's supposed to be cooling down here, and it's still quite warm. I started rendering the tie and working on work my way to the shoulder. Nice. Ah, that's really scrap. That's looking great. Tie's looking very good. You can see the difference between the two sides, the one you've worked on, the one you haven't worked on. I'm quite a fan of the shading over here. It looks really good. I guess you still need to touch up there. But yeah. Nice. That is pretty cool. Nicely done. I like putting down the block cutters and running out. Yeah, it's a smart way of doing it. I mean, it's the same with like modeling, for example. You start off sort of a bit blocky and you build it up. You don't just go like super high detail on one part and realize it doesn't go well with everything else. Yep, looks pretty cool. So that's Braxton. He also streams. He does mostly sort of art-based streams. Let me give Braxton a shout out. So Braxton should be streaming later today if you want to go check them out. Carrying on drawing or coloring that the frog in the what do you call it? The suit? Is it a suit? It's technically a morning suit, I believe this is termed. Jill Game Dev, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. I stream in 2 hours. Nice. Soon-ish. And I'm still getting distracted by this code thing. Aha! Wait, is this it? Is this it? I found something. Get discrete options. Wait, it's just system default was at the bottom. And then we just do an flocale text. Okay. I'm gonna try something. If I go Alt F7, Rider should tell me where this is set. So this is set in O here. So on initialize, that's where it's set. I feel like half of game dev sometimes is just knowing how well you can use your own IDE. So what we do is we get the text localization manager, whoever that is, and we get the all culture names. So who are you? And where do you exist from? Are you an Unreal Engine one? You are. So, because I can't remember how I'm doing my own one, funny enough. I can't remember if I do a similar thing, or I should probably check that actually. Because it makes sense that you can just ask Unreal Engine, hey, can you just give me all the locales that I've defined? And Unreal Engine goes, okay, why not? Settings menu. Settings? Like, did I not? Reverb effect comes up before my settings one. Let's go to the language one. Edit. I love it when this happens. We've got a window open, you press edit, and you think Unreal Engine's done nothing. But it turns out Unreal Engine just opened it on the previous window. So this one got opened on the new one, and it's like, oh, don't worry, that one will open on the previous one. Also, I selected the wrong one. That's my bad. So, yes, it is exactly the same way that they do it. They, on construction, get the localization cultures, then they loop through it, and they don't actually add them. They just use this. This makes no sense to me. How is this getting a... Oh, no, I'm still confused. How is this updating each loop correctly? It's not updating each loop. That's why this is displaying English every time I start my game. That should be like that. Sometimes you look back at work that you've done previously on Unreal Engine and you think to yourself, what was I thinking? This is definitely one of them. It's funny because this code block I initially looked at and I was like, oh, what are they doing? It doesn't make sense. Like, oh, actually, no, this makes perfect sense. So this is, where is it gone? This is exactly the same thing, or almost exactly the same thing. If you want to see what the difference between Unreal Engine and C++ code is, so get cultures, loop through them, is the same, and remember this is get cultures for the game, the exact same as this piece of code here, which is get cultures, and we're passing in the enum instead for the game. I'm surprised this is laid out in this way and it's not a drop down where you select one, but I suppose the reason they do that is you can actually get the cultures for multiple. Can this one take get local cultural names? Yes, but it can only take a single variable, because the one in blueprints suggests that it can take multiple variables, which it can. Although, would you ever want to use that? No. Maybe if you're not into that. Fair enough. I sometimes find code quite fascinating in the sense that it looks more complicated than it actually is when you realize what's actually happening. Like there was one of the functions, one of the blocks that I was looking at earlier, like specifically this one, which looks almost worse than it is, but once you've looked at it for a while and you start understanding what the code is doing, you land up sort of removing pieces of it because it's almost not needed in the understanding what's going on. What is quite clever, actually it's a very clever thing to use if you need to use the same variable name. By adding brackets in C++ like this, what they're doing is they're scoping it. So what they've done is because you'll notice the settings is defined in every single one of these. So instead of having to rename it each time, they've just scoped it so they can just add it. Except for that one part that does nothing and has a... Yes. I'm still confused by that, Skittles. Store initial is just commented as what? You can like picture the dev doing this where it's just it was just like / question mark. It's like, huh? Or I'm gonna come back to it, don't worry. It definitely won't ship like this. And then, well, then we got here. And it ships like that, exactly. What I need to figure out next is, so we've got, you know, Lyra settings value descriptor language, which is just a name derived from game settings value descriptor. And we And then from that, we've got, you know, all the things we want to override. Oh, no, the cat is in front of me. There she is. Hello. What are you doing? Don't you say hello?
It's sunset on
Say
Friday.
hello to the people.
I'm stuck on the highway. It's been a while.
Yes.
I'm late to the party. You already started.
She probably wants another snack. She's had so much snacks today. I don't think she's gonna get any more now.
I need to find a spark to keep me from the dark. I'm looking for a fire start tonight to light me up all around. 'Cause you're the only one I'm thinking of. Don't let me burn to the ground. I wasted time
I think in my own project,
in city lights. Still I can't get you out my mind.
what might be a good thing to start with is we've got game, we've got utilities, we've got.
I'm looking for a
How have they done it? They've put everything under settings. Oh, because they've got editor specific stuff. So I would say that we start off by adding a new folder. And we will start adding them all in here.
I'm looking for a
So they follow the role of a
human glitter. I'm
registry, which looks to be like the global registry, if I'm understanding this correctly.
eyes and ripped jeans. What can I say?
Yes. So they've got the registry, which is encompasses all the other ones, and then they've got the children, which is just all of this. Now, what this part I can understand, and that seems fine for how that works. I just need to figure out how this connects to the other part. But we could, for example, start by... Which one should we start with? Which one is easy? Okay, what's in audio? Let's start with that. So this could be an interesting one. So we've got music, overall music, sound effects, dialogue, voice chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how is that set up? So we've got music here. We've got overall volume, which is added to... This is a subclass. Fine. And then we've got sound, which is... Actually makes a lot of sense. So let's reconstruct this. So you are derived from what? Game settings registry. So let's start with that. Let's declare. Okay, so let's make our own one and we can play around with that a bit. So we're going to go File, Add, Unreal Engine class. We're looking for all classes. I honestly did not expect that. Is it a plugin? What is it? Where is it? Who is it? Okay, go away. Apparently I can't switch. Who are you? Who owns you? It's literally owned by Epic Games, but is all of this owned? Oh, god damn it. Usually the way I can tell if something is custom is this at the top, but that's not helpful. U-Game settings registry. Did they create a whole custom class? Because I'm gonna be so mad if they did. I mean, I can just copy the custom class. is the user interface. What an interesting website. What is... Okay, what we could do is this. So this is under plugins, game settings plugin. Remember that plugin that I said maybe we should add, and I was like, nah, it'll be fine, and then I didn't add it, and now I'm like, well, this is awkward. Compile, save, file, plugins, game, set. I'm sure that I saw you as a plugin somewhere. And I'm confused, Unreal, why do you do this to me? Plugins, game, settings. It's from Unreal Engine, it's a package. Do I need to go onto the marketplace and add it? Why do I not have it? So I don't have it, which means that if I go to this... No. Okay, so let's look at Epic Games Launcher. Let's go to... I guess we have to go to Fab now. Why do you take me out of here, Unreal Engine? Can't I just directly get it? Is the store not the store? The store's not... Why have this whole thing where I can access my plugins and all that kind of stuff, but have to go to a different web page to find and add more? Okay, now I'm just more confused. Epic Games, game settings plugin. Someone's having more fun than me. Oh no, what are you doing? Because annoyance is a popular business model. I don't like they introduced Fab, and the problem is I say I don't like it, and the reason is because I haven't had a good experience with it at all. There's a Fab button in the editor as well that opens it in the editor, I think. There is, but why not actually also have that in, you know, their launcher? Like, would that not make sense? Or do they think it will confuse people because there's a store button that has nothing to do with the Unreal Engine store? It's almost like maybe these two should be separated as two different things. It makes sense, but it's extra work. Fair. Well, at least the in-game one now works again, because for a long while... yeah, it was basically for a long while, the one in Unreal Engine just made you go to the website, and then you had to download it and add it manually. Since the game setting plugin is bundled with a project, I guess it's not a Fab. Otherwise, they wouldn't bundle it like this or not. I'm not sure, because usually that's the way we go and find more plugins, and it's marked as an Epic Games one because, well, I suppose it's built by Epic Games, but they're trying to sort of promote this new way of doing sort of game settings, but then they've gone and released a project that uses this, but it just isn't part of that they haven't actually made it publicly available, and it's marked as a 1.0 release, so it is public. I wonder if I just go this and I select this folder, what happens? Packaging the plugin for Windows. It has a dependency on the game UI plugin. I'm trying to get Clang Tidy working on my project so I can actually get some actual warning error messages in my project. Ooh, that sounds horrible. Usually, a lot of these plugins are automatically bundled. So for example, if I go... Now, what would be clever is if they have a section here for Epic Games. So if I got a project, these are all the ones that are added. So common loading screens, which is supposed to be another Epic Games one. Let's see if that one exists. Common. That's another one that I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but apparently that's not available. Let's look on Fab. Oh, yes, of course. Common loading screen. Can I filter by publisher? No. Format? No. What are you trying to do? I'm trying to get two different plugins to work with Unreal Engine that I can see are made by Epic, but don't seem to be publicly available for whatever reason. All I get right now are errors and warnings, but it's not telling me why. That's unhelpful. I'm guessing you're getting... Are you getting errors and warnings with trying to get Clang Tidy to work, not the actual errors and warnings inside your project? Is that the correct way around? Okay, let's go like this. Let's go with free. Apply. And I get monitors. I suppose that is a screen. I'm literally just getting the letters. You're literally getting the letters. That's weird. Also, how are you doing today, Wimjuice, Dev? No info, no whys, no nothing. Where? Wait, does this even search for plugins at this point? Game systems. Dialogue systems. Landscape mesh builder. That is cool. I like this. These kinds of things are so nice. Actually, add that to my project. The fact that the Epic Games Store makes me log in every single time, I find very frustrating. I've actually not bought stuff because I was like, I can't be asked. Or I was looking at something and was like, I don't actually have enough time to just go through the whole process of logging in when I was logged in yesterday. Come on. Come on. Why? Why? Oh, because my IP address changed. Never mind. My bad. Click on the object for digging. I could use a bicycle for digging. Do you not agree? Also, if this was integrated, you would have made me log in again. Added to your project library. This is done. It's done. I have a question, and I'm going to go and check this now. GitHub. Unreal Engine. Okay, I deleted that. Fine. So if I go to GitHub, and that's not GitHub, github.com. I go to organizations and I go to Epic Games, and we go to Unreal Engine, samples, templates, engine, plugins. Composite. So common shouldn't be in here because this is everything that ships with Unreal Engine, right? But what was the other one that I wanted? Settings. Not how you spell settings. Still not. Okay, fine. Because this is everything that in theory ships with Unreal Engine. I feel like there's some missing, to be honest. Like there is the option that I just take it from the Lyra project, but I'd rather have it added in such a way that I can keep it up to date. Because my guess is if I come into here, we've got this. What does this read me? Why have a read me if it's just empty? Here's the build tools. So common UI that we saw. Gameplay tags is actually part of the engine. Here's the settings plugin. So file version is 3, version is 1. Yes. This is all stuff we've already read, and I deleted all of it. Created by URL, Epic Games. Marketplace URL. Here's the common loading screen plugin. Because I could just yoink this. List view, panel, screen, visual. That's why it wants common loading screens. So this is a whole like bundle of different things that you need to use. So you need to use common loading screens, then you can use game settings with that. Render core, developer settings, UMG is part of the engine. Is that another plugin? What was the output error? An explicit category specifier is required in blueprint accessible functions in an engine module. Line 23. So it doesn't like that. Maybe that's why it's not on the stores. They couldn't. There was problems with it, so it's not actually ready. In the tutorial, introduce how to create your own game plugin in Lyra. That's not what I want. See something now. So Lyra game settings, an overview for that, fine. But like, why is... It's a cool example. Why not make it publicly available in the sense that we can just download the plugin? There was a window I had open earlier. Not that one. Is it this one? Or is this one? Because remember I was asking about the game settings registry. What is it? It's Unreal Engine's new gameplay system. Not that it's actually available to anyone. Yeah, it's specifically for the Lyra project. I'm wondering if, like, the Lyra project has all these sort of gems inside of it, which is great. You almost need to like pull out a bunch of them so that we can use them in other places. It's kind of funny because I had the intention of using a bunch of the stuff that I learned from the Lyra project in my own project, but I don't really want to have to go through the hassle of pulling out all the plugins that I need from here unless they become publicly available, because I know the common loading screen one everyone's been raving about, but it's like but that's just inside the Lyra project. I mean, I could export it. Everything that I need is inside that one little folder, so it makes it easy. Oh, it's literally called Lyra Common. If we just Google Fab Marketplace. Price free. What has Epic Games given us? Format, technical features, price, license rating, tools and plugins. There we go. Stylized comic shader pack. That is pretty cool. So this is Blackmagic Design, Motion Builder Live Link.
What the hell is even that?
I have no idea, bro. We're gonna find out together. Pose driver. I literally just thought the guy was just doing this. I suppose that's what it's for, but still. How are you doing today, Boom? Unreal Datasmith. Oh, Maya Live Link. Oh. Where's the Blender Live Link? Epic. Out there. It's a free vehicle game. Go download it now. Blender Live Link. Yeah, so you can just have click save and then immediately get your changes in Unreal Engine, like they can do with Maya. Yeah, MTech, thank you very much for the follow. Tenebrion, thank you for the hydrate. The stretch and the posture check. Wow, you fought it. Yes, I did. What you gonna do? Zoomies. I'm gonna run away. Fair. That's wise. I want to make something like that. Like what? Like this? Oh, it's an explosion. For some reason I thought it was the Unreal Engine logo on the side of a thing, but it's here we're destroying the building. No, live link for... Oh, right. Fair. Well, you probably have a lot of people that would like to have that Skittles, so there's that. Unreal Engine stick figure. That's very clever. I was about to say, I can't believe this was updated on the 3rd of December. That's amazing. But then I realized Epic Games do it the American way. Also, I think you've got a bit of a problem with the technical details here. I don't think this passed correctly. Yeah, let me help you with that. Oh, I see the problem. You guys forgot that you removed it. Whoops. Add to my library. Showdown VR demo. That's just cool. Look at all these free games. If you just download all of them, you never need to play another game again. So in that case, we're not going to use their one, we're going to use a completely different one. The police are coming for me. So let's go. How do we go into this game user settings? And let's go Unreal Engine class user settings, game user, this one, and we're going to call it TD T underscore D user settings. So what do we want to have? So we're going to want to have audio, which is going to consist of let's steal that all from the Lyra project. I like how they did it. Hehehe. You won't share me all your secrets. So we've got dash 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 volume dash 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 dash, and then we go 1 2. So we'll have overall fine. Nope. 1 2 3. So we've got overall, music, sound effects, and and there's not going to be voice chat. So wait, what did I have? Because I had a class somewhere for this. Where's my game instance? Game instance. F5. Master game SFX UI. Because I hate having loud clicky clickies. UI. Then we're gonna have one. This one. This. 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 Subtitles we don't need. Audio output device. Audio output device. Because we're not going to have... what do you call it? We don't have any dialogues. The plan is to not have them. 3D headphones, no idea. High dynamic range, no idea. I mean, technically it's... It might just be 3 settings in Unreal Engine, so we'll just add them. I think they're like 3 check boxes. 3D headphones. Because I will do spatial sounds. High dynamic range audio. Like that. Cool, then let's go with video. This is a good one to basically just yoink everything. I've stolen Boom's wording. So then we want video. Is more police coming? Can we just not? There's so many police today. So we've got display. And we're gonna have resolution. No, mode. Actually, window mode, I suppose you can call it. Resolution, and that'll be it. Then we want graphics. I want to try have colorblind mode. Don't know how to implement that, but we'll figure it out. Is more police coming? Okay, so we've got resolution. Hold on, if I just do this, there we go. Now I can actually scroll and have looks. Graphics. We want color blind mode. Is this I want to investigate because I feel like it'd be quite cool to add. And then we've got color blind string. And brightness. We've got graphics quality. Auto set to quality preset. Those are going to be fun to do. 3D resolution.
Beyond infinity and back again. I'm to them. Young Gargan attacking.
Shadows, yes. Anti-aliasing, no. View distance. So many under here. Texture. Effects. Reflections. I think a lot of these are literally just console commands that come in, like the value. Post processing. Cool, and then we have 1, 2, 3, advanced settings, which is like advanced graphics, which is pretty cool to have. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vertical sync. Battery. They've really done a good job with like the amount of settings they've added. That's not what I want. And then last but not least is no. Background. There we go. I must say, I'm quite keen to implement this to see how much of an effect it has. Because, wait a minute, so if we have a look in Unreal Engine right now, and we go to this, we've got the scalability settings. So view distance is one that we've just seen, anti-aliasing one is just seen, shadows we've just seen, reflections we've just seen, textures we've just seen. So there's a lot of those where, like, out of the box, we already have access to all of it. Because these just set what? Console commands. So if I go there's anti-aliasing method, but I'm guessing I can also go, for example, let's look at the vsync one. So vsync, r.vsync, and then we give it a value. So if I type in to the Lyra project, VSYA more, where are we setting this? I want to know. I want to know, Lyra. And if I go to this one, and then we go down to game settings, initialize game settings, vsync, vsync. No vsync? Suspicious. Because you're in gameplay, not graphics. So this does set vsync enabled. The use vsync, okay, where is that used? Return is vsync dirty. It's a dirty vsync. So basically what we're doing is we're checking if the current vsync value is not equal to the cvar get value on any thread. Game user settings.cpp. Wait a minute. Isn't this what I just implemented? Where is that? Eh? Is it just a matter of public some function void generate vsync set be true? Is that it? I feel like it is. So I go enable vsync. That would be it. Because because it's derived from this, it then goes and it must have things. Oh yeah, here's set full screen mode. So there we go. What other stuff do we have about? Interesting. So the full screen mode is determined by just using a value between 1 and 3. 1 and 2, 0 and 3, 2, 0 and 2. That's hysterical. Okay, can we get, I guess these are the window modes. There we go. This is so funny. So I go F10, what else do we have here? So this is everything we can set. Applies all current user settings to the game and saves it to permanent storage. Well, that makes it easy. You're stealing it. Boom. You're stealing all my stuff, but it's just open source. Like, well, technically it's not open source, but I can send you the link to it. It's not even my stuff. You're stealing Epic stuff. Oh, shock and awe. How is your C++ development going, Boom? Thought I wouldn't check, did you? It's Boom source code now. True. Let me change it for you. I'll fix it for you. There we go. Now Boom owns it. Look at that. Can you believe it? Where did that get saved? I haven't done any C++ since that one time. Do more C++. C++ is love. C++ is life. True. It's good for you. Hell yeah, let's go. What are you doing? Did you know that Epic Games has made it really easy for you to change game settings for you? There's just this class there that's called game settings, and they're like, hey, just do things. And it seems to save it for you. So I need to do like I'm gonna build a test class. I'm gonna save. I have a button. I'm just gonna have one button where you can set what do you call that thing? I'm gonna set whether you can have vsync enabled or disabled and see does it save it to my user directory. If it does, be like, yeah, look at that. So we can get the desktop resolution, which is, yeah, boilerplate hell. True. Where is this used? So the other thing that I want to do, so I've defined this is way too easy. Sus. I'm gonna have to have a derived class, a different class than this. Like, I'm gonna call this one. Yeah, use this code to get this feature started. Oh, you're getting an error? Yeah, sorry. Our hands are tied. What? What other settings should we have in our settings? Game settings. Gameplay. Gameplay is just language at this point, let's be honest. I mean, I'll add it. Gameplay. Let's follow the same structure. 1, 2, 3, that. And then we're gonna go like that. And we're gonna go language. Then, don't know why you arrived, but welcome to the party, I guess. We want to have mouse and keyboard. The Unreal Engine reflection system kind of adds a lot of boilerplate to the source code. It does. It can also be a bit annoying to read some of the source code because you've got like functions that are literally only defined, or like macros that are just defined to handle the reflection system. Also, don't do reflection system or live code rebuilds with structs. It's just you're just asking for a headache. Because it just gets changed to a hot reload of that and then doesn't work, and you're like... Anyway, it's fine, it's fine. I am stealing all the things from Lyra Project to see what I want. Mouse and keyboard. So we'll have... Because I want mouse and... mouse and keyboard. And I'm also going to have controller, but that's going to be later on. Because I want to have controller support, controller. That's going to only be once I've actually got the main thing done. So what we want is... I don't want to add all of these. So we'll add a sensitivity page. We want sensitivity. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Braxton, a whole sensitivity page. Mouse sensitivity. X. Wait, do we need... You know what, fine, I'll add it. Considering that it looks like most of this is just call a function, we can just add it. Targeting sensitivity we don't need. Invert vertical axis, invert horizontal axis. That will add, because maybe you want to do it in a different way. Invert horizontal axes, duplicate, and then vertical. And then we'll go like this. We'll copy this. We'll go like that. We'll go default experience. And I'll go add all the key bindings that you haven't set here. That's shooter call. We don't really worry about that. So for example, P pause is currently set to escape. Actually, escape closes the game, I think. It will be escape and P. The reason it's P is because if I press escape, it stops Unreal Engine executing, and I can't be asked to go through the process of rebinding that. And then last one will be gamepad. I suppose we can call it gamepad or controller. And that we will do at a later time. So we'll just add that as to do. Are those all of the ones? So we've done gameplay. So we've got audio, video, advanced graphics, and gameplay. Let's reorder that because I actually want the first thing to open up be the audio, the gameplay. Then we'll do audio, video, mouse and keyboard, and thing. Yeah, that makes sense to me. We want gameplay first because that means that if they just open the menu, they can immediately change the language if they need to. That kind of makes sense, right? Super Hughes too. Thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome in. I apologize if I butchered your name. It's kind of a common theme around here. What is cool to see is this list is construct. What is that? Wait. That's too sensitive. I don't like that. Like a personal challenge. Oh, I like that. That is neat. Language change will not affect the player. You'll need to run with dash game to test this, or change PAE language options in the editor. There. And it's ad break time. While we have the ads, I will be right. I have returned. And the ads have ended. Cool. Let me see. So I open this again and I take this.
We are not alone. They are among us. As the skies light up, they believe we are blissfully unaware. But this activity by non-human extraterrestrial technology is capturing the attention of humans.
So now we have this. What would the next steps be? Because we've got all of this. We need to set up a, you know, because I wonder now. Is it possible to look at a piece of code in a repo somewhere? Yeah, which repo are you talking about? If you want to look at the Epic Games or Unreal Engine, you can. So for example, if, let's say you are curious about something in Unreal Engine, let me just find it for you. Because I actually had this open a second ago. So let's look at this. So if I go to GitHub and I go to my GitHub and I go to the, that's not the one. Do that one. I'm part of the Epic Games organization, which you can join. A lot of devs, if they have open source projects, will link the repo on their website. That as well. So depending on what repo it is, you can definitely have a look at it. So we can go in here, we can have a look at Epic Unreal Engine, and we can look at the engine stuff. So we can see, like, for example, all the changes that came with 5.6.1. So the last commit that happened with 5.6.1, funny enough, was update the version number. You don't even need to go to GitHub as far as I know. You should see the engine content directly in your IDE. At least I see that. Yes, you do. I can do that here. So for example, there's the engine for me. But I'm guessing they want to have a look at it on their, for example, their phone or something. So for example, if you want to have a look at it on your phone, then I find like a good way of being able to do that is using, you know, the browser here. So let's have a look at something. Documentation's never actually kept properly up to date. So what was something we would want to look at? Let's go to source. GitHub app is pretty good. It is. I keep my, funny enough, I keep my recipe list in a GitHub repository because I can access that really easily on my phone. So if I'm out, I've got that. And because it just displays it in standard text, it's formatted well enough. I don't have to go to a website. I don't have to worry about, what do you call it? Ads, because if you've ever looked at a website, they give you a website for something relating to a recipe. They have to give you their life story first. What inspired them to make this dish? What it reminds them of? All that kind of stuff. On this massive article, and at the bottom you need like the ingredients and the 5 steps. It's like this big, and you're like, what? And you've seen 400 ads in that entire time. Do you use Markdown for it? No, but I'm pretty sure I could. Well, so this website that I built, the learning one that I call, this is built just using Markdown. Okay, maybe not this page, but this one is built. This is all just Markdown, and then it just passes the Markdown. But it'll be, I think you can. Can I contribute to Unreal Engine despite not being part of being an Epic Games employee? You can. You first need to start off by registering to join. Get access to Unreal Engine source code. There we go. That is the link for it. And then you have to go through basically pull requests and stuff in order to have stuff added. And I'm not actually sure about how that whole process works, but essentially what happens is if you go to the GitHub, you would make not a branch, what do you call it? You would make a pull, or you would fork it, then you would make the changes, and then you would try and get them back in. And depending on what it is, it has to then get, or it has to get reviewed by someone at Epic. And it's apparently like a lot of work to get something added. So depending on what you want to do, it's probably just easier to add a plugin. Hello, lovely Sunday. Yes, it is. Although it's going to rain here, but then I do live in England, so that's nothing new, right? I do want to get to the point where I've actually added something to Unreal Engine, because there's a little window that I would like my name to be a part of, which is you actually get 2 things. You get 1, you get marked as an engine contributor, and 2, you get your name in the what do you call it? That thing. Credits, that's the one. One day when I've actually figured out how to solve one of their bugs. Thanks, Info. No problem. This is what I was talking about earlier, the EOS plugin from Lyra, which is they've done in, because I haven't updated it, I still have it, which I thought was quite funny. If you want to download the source from Unreal Engine, though, you will need quite a lot of hard drive space. I think it's over, once it's downloaded and unpacked everything, I think it's actually about 100 gigs. Crimson, hello, how are you doing? Did you have a good birthday on Sunday? Not Sunday, Thursday. Thursday? I think you said it was Thursday. I'm 50% sure Thursday was the correct day. Well, I hope you had a good birthday. Yeah, it wasn't Thursday. Nice. I'm also glad to see you took some time off, because you seem to just work non-stop. So it's good to see you actually taking like a break and going, oh, okay. Time to relax now. Oh my god, this class is insane. I was looking at game settings today, Crimson. Well, specifically, okay, I was looking at how the Lyra project implements it, and that kind of went down a rabbit hole. That took me down a bit of a rabbit hole, which was fun. Now what I need to do is, do you want to undo? Yes, I do not want to do that. Why did that happen? I just clicked that. That's utils, that's enemy health widget. Am I still using this? Upgrade UI manager. Oh, I forgot I wrote this whole class. I actually am very happy with this class because it works. I know my bar isn't very high for what I'm happy with, but it worked quite well. And what we're going to do, what do you derive from, kind sir? Yeah, I'll use it, which okay. Lyra is very complicated and some bits is a bit over-engineered. Yes. I thought to myself, let me have a look at the settings in the Lyra project, and I'm just going to pull out, because I just wanted, you know, the settings menu. Cool. And it turns out it's a plugin that's part of Lyra that's not on the marketplace that you can't use. What you can use because you can pull the plugin out. And I was like, I don't want to go through that hassle. And then I discovered that changing settings in Unreal Engine is super simple for the settings menu. You just have this class, or you derive from user game settings, and user game settings just has this list of things you can do. So I was like, okay, but like, I'm like, nah, it can't be that simple, right? And it's like, oh, how do you change VSync? You just call set VSync enabled. I'm like, oh, that helps. The amount of things you can't change settings wise in Beeping compared to C++ is annoying though. Okay, well that is a good thing that I'm building the base class in here and not in the other one. I mean, it's just to be expected. Yeah, fair. I suppose, depending on what settings you're wanting to change, Crimson, you could technically use console variables to do it. Maybe not the, you know, best way of doing it, but I suppose technically you could, instead of going directly through the game, the user settings class, whatever it is. Because from what I've seen, I need to have kind of two pieces in order for this to work. Where's my diagram drawing 5004 thing? Nope, not that one. What I can do is I can just go like this, and then I can go game dev, and then bam, it pulls it up for me. So if I go and remove all the things from here, where's my eraser? Oh, shortcut E for eraser. E. Meow, meow, meow. P for pen, or pencil. My writing is amazing. What was it trying to explain to you? Oh, we have, I'm going to call it, I don't like the color. We have user settings, right? So U, S, E, T, T. No, fuck this. I'm not doing it. I can't do this. I can't draw today. So you're going to have to deal with me using this. So you've got user settings. Fine, I'll get the correct class name. Crimson is probably left because I've taken so long to get to the bloody point. So we have this, right? We have a class drive from that. You're making a point. No, I'm not. I'm just here for shits and giggles. Nothing I say makes sense, Siculos. But yes, I'm trying to make a point here. Well, actually, no. I'm trying to see if my way of understanding how the settings works and how I'm going to integrate that into my game is going to work. Does that make sense? Stinky but funny. Got it. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Thank you. God damn it, you distracted me. Now I forgot what I was going to do. You widget something. I don't know what it's called. It's how you create a user widget. What is it called? Oh, it's actually called user widget. User. Why did that make it super big, but that made it super small? Not me derailing the trainer. You would never derail me. That's one of the things I really enjoy about having you here, is you've never derailed me once. Not once have you just made me go down a tangent in one particular direction like this. And you come in and you're like, "Damn." And then all of a sudden, we're going in that direction over there. And we're not even remotely close to where we started, or where we were trying to get to down here. No. You're like, there. Bam. B. So we have our two, right? Okay, Sikolos, you got it. We got the two different pieces. Then we've got this, which is handles the UE side for us. No, go away. Got that way 5 kilometers. Nice. I'm following, kinda. Okay, no. It'll make sense in a sec. It'll make sense in about 7 to 15 working days. So this, excuse me. So U-game settings handles the Unreal Engine side for us. Then us as the player has just communicates with the widget, and then the widget will handle that. So that's all of our layers per se, and that's kind of what I'm going to do. So we derive our class from this, which is going to be TD user settings at that level. And then we're going to drive our new class from this, which is going to be, I don't know, user settings widget. There's more boost. Like that. And then that's just going to do that for us. Can we not? Can we? Let's do that. There we go. If they both come out of the center, then it looks better. It's weird. There we go. That's basically it. Because by having this class in C++, I get access to all the settings that I would need to do. By having this base class in C++ as well, I can easily just sort of communicate with this. The power of add trash cans? Yes. This will work, right? Because I'm trying to figure out, does anything else in our entire game need to access this settings? Technically, the game instance would have to call this when we start to make sure all the settings are correct. But that's a future us problem that we don't need to worry about. So let's not worry about that one. But anyway, that's what we have. We'll construct this, which is, did I construct it? New, add a widget, add that one. Abstractions. Oh, that one. Oh, I see what you did there. It's like the end of it's getting close to the end of the stream time. You've got to remember. Small words with me now. Small words. Use a widget. cannot name class as it contains a you mean a space? I want to call this TD settings widget. Do I? Particular, so you can decide. Do we call it TD settings widget or just U settings widget? No pressure. Takes time. Why are you asking me? Because I don't want to make this decision, so I'm giving you the decision. Technically, I called the other one. What are my options again? Your options are A, TD settings widget. You know what? I'm just going to put this in normal text so we can actually read it. There we go. TD settings widget or just settings widget. Like that. Those are your options. Yeah, I'll make it easier. A. B. Dun dun dun. The UT, because from now I'll think urinary tract. Very well. It is now urinary tract defense settings widget.
Up all night by myself, trying to figure ways to use your voice stuck in my brain. We never got to
What time is it? I need to go and make some dinner. That's not odd. Yay, dinner! I'm so excited for dinner. Bubbles is making dinner, but I need to go and get stuff sorted for it. I can't wait. Who shall we raid out to today? Twitch. Who's live? You had a good suggestion last week, so have a good evening. Braxton, thank you, you too. I will see you in your stream in 26 minutes. I might be late. The usual folks are on. Who's the usual folks? There's Mydrong. That's not software in game, dude. That's not software in game, dude. There's just Convo. I mean, if people are in the mood for network programming. Boss Unleashed. Have I been there before? Let's do it. Oh, he's going on a break. Never mind. He works at P9 and distributed systems. He's just gone on a 10-minute break. Okay, fine. Let me have a look at software and game dev category. Let's go to Mydrong again because I want to have a look at how the locks before multi-threading was going. There we go. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. As per usual, if you want to hang out, can go to things, watch your girl write, not write code for a few hours at a time. Lol. Team Bash. Fair enough. As per usual, we have a Discord if you want to come hang out. Does that get sent everywhere? It does. Hey, Sarah, thanks for the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And we have a YouTube for when we're posting some more clips. Yeah. Don't go there. Lol. I was joking. Oh, fair enough. Skittles, goodbye. Bye, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic week. There was a raid message if you want to join in the raid. It is there. Guild Gaming Dev. Thank you very much. I hope to see. Let me know how your progress goes. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm glad to see more people using Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine power. Yes, let's go. But yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. Yeehaw. Thank you very much for stopping by. We'll see you all soon. Bye, everybody. Bye.